The dictionary meaning of feud is a prolonged and bitter quarrel or dispute, a long-standing feud, and when not properly and quickly rectified and resolved, it could be disastrous in the whole family, and the outcome could leave stigma for the entire generations to come. Even though people live together and others are born with silver spoon from of the same parents, we all have different stars and glory that God Almighty have bestowed on us. So why compare yourself with people whom you know that are bigger than you? In other words, who God has blessed, no man can curse. Lovelies, you are welcome once again to my channel. Please share out this video if you can. Let's do it. Family feud in terms of comparison. But before I continue, let's know the meaning of comparison. It could be defined as the art of examining things to see if they are similar or different. And comparison as well can also be exhibited amongst humans. Do you know that some of us grew up like this, seeing this picture displayed on the screen, mixed together with our cousins, our nephews, nieces, even extended family? But now as adults, we no longer talk, we no longer do things in common that we used to do when we were children. Everyone now has levels, so yes, level don't change. So everybody don't upgrade. The rich ones will try to avoid calls from the poor, and the ones that are poor, they will not want to be left out. They will just distance themselves to save their pride. The only meeting those in family feud when it comes to comparison meets is when they go in for burial. Yes, when there is funeral, and you know that is not cool at all. If peradventure one of the adults eventually got married and have a baby, it is whom they want to invite to come and chop rice that they will decide. They will, simply because they don't operate in the same frequency. Even the same siblings, yes, those of the same bloodline can go that extent when it comes to comparison, because they beef each other, they don't like each other, they see the other person as being superior and the other as inferior. Guys, what about naming ceremony? If your own bloodline have given birth and invited the one that is not rich, the poor brother or sister might pick offense by saying that it is only when your wife have given birth that you remember me. All this while my phone numbers weren't going through, so why are you inviting me for your child naming and christening? All these are comparison in families and it's uncalled for. Guys, in this video you will hear more about comparison as a disease.
Jesus was about living, and he was talking to Peter in John chapter 21 from verses 20 to 22. Jesus was telling Peter what his assignment will be, and Peter turned to John and asked Jesus, what about this man? And Jesus said, feed my lamb. That's your assignment. Face your job. Jesus said, what does it matter to you if I say, will tarry here till I come? Face your work. Feed the lamb. That's the assignment I give you. Comparison is a game of fools. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 12. He said, and they, comparing themselves with themselves, are not wise. Only fools make comparison. It will interest you to know that no one engages in that game to win. You rather exit with shame, with weariness, with confusion. People who compare themselves, they get in confusion with pain and regret. Abel offered a sacrifice to the Lord in worship, and as he was doing that, Cain was looking at him and comparing. He saw the smoke of Abel's sacrifice going up to heaven, and he saw his own dangling around. He said, man, this guy has done something I've not done. You know what happened? He killed his brother. You see, comparison can lead you to murder. When you compare yourself with others, inferiority sets in. You become inferior, even when what you have is of a higher value than the person you are comparing yourself with. Somebody somebody wore a particular kind of dress and you are wearing another. If care is not taken, you are comparing. While your own may even be costlier, you may begin to have a feeling of inferiority. Most people who feel inferior simply engage themselves in comparison. And with inferiority, there is jealousy. They ask you, have you seen that sister? I say, oh, what sister? Yes, sister. That dress she bought, she says, second new. Jealousy. And from jealousy, anger. Jealousy gives birth to resentment. When you begin to feel resentful about your neighbor, hey, watch it. You're already in that game. And I assure you, you can win. Beware. Anything that makes you unhappy with your neighbor's progress is already trapping you. You are either comparing your age, comparing your work, or the money you have, or the position. And how can somebody like that be doing that kind of thing? They are all expression of jealousy, anger, which brings about resentment that you don't even want to hear about the person. Watch it. They are traps of the enemy. And in the end, the person you have it against is not the one losing, you are the one losing. And from resentment, you find evil speaking. Before you know it, you start speaking evil. Now, there is no basis for comparison. There are no two equal people on earth. Even those who are similar are still peculiar. It is your peculiarity that makes you different and outstanding and relevant. If you are not different, then you are not needed. That you are not somebody doesn't mean that you are a nobody. Everybody is somebody in his own class. Parents, be careful. Don't compare your children. Now, one of the plague of many homes today, couples, is comparison. Can't you be like that woman? Can't you be like that man? Differences create varieties, which in turn gives value. Life is a matter of time and sequence. It may not be your turn today, but it will become your turn tomorrow. Somebody is lifted today. Rejoice with him. It is his turn. Tomorrow it will be your turn. Woman, don't compare your neighbor's house to your house. Putting pressure on your husband. Buy cooker, buy fridge, buy dryer, buy washer, buy flat screen, buy this, buy that. Don't compare. It is when you start going from house to house that you'll be seeing what is not in your house and start putting pressure in your home. Beware of comparison.
Avoid family feud in terms of comparison because it destroys and it can also make one do things that he or she is not supposed to do. Thanks for watching to the end of this video. Goodbye for now.